Hi everyone. This is Jason Carlos Latta. In this video I will be discussing the difference between the traditional way of teaching and the present way of teaching, giving emphasis on the 21st century skills and the new literacies. As time changes, the teaching process also needs to change. Teaching needs to be tailored to the needs of society. First, I will just give emphasis on the 21st century skills. 21st century skills are associated with deeper learning, which is based on mastering skills such as analytic reasoning, complex problem solving, and teamwork. Second, let's give consideration to the new literacies. New literacies or literacies that arise from new technologies include things like text messaging, blogging, social networking, podcasting, and video making. These digital technologies alter and extend our communication abilities, often blending text, sound, and imagery. Teachers should always consider these, especially in deciding on what strategies to use in facilitating the teaching and learning process. Now let us see the difference between the traditional skills and the 21st century skills. Traditional skills include knowing and memorizing facts with no effort in understanding the meaning, while 21st century skills include mastering skills such as analytic reasoning, complex problem solving, and teamwork. Next is the difference between traditional literacies and the new literacies. Traditional literacies refers to such skills as decoding, oral reading fluency, reading comprehension, writing, and spelling, while new literacies lies in online reading comprehension and learning skills, or 21st century skills, required by the Internet and other information and communication technologies, ICTs, including content found on wikis, blogs, video sites, audio sites, and in email. Next is the difference of teaching objective. Traditional teaching aims high test scores, grades, graduation, learning, retention, accumulation of valuable knowledge and skills, while the objective of modern teaching is about giving students the skills they need to succeed in this new world, and helping them grow the confidence to practice those skills. With so much information readily available to them, 21st century skills focus more on making sense of that information, sharing and using it in smart ways. Next is the difference in teaching techniques. Traditional teaching or conventional education, old-fashioned way of teaching, is all about recitation. For example, students would sit in silence, while one student after another would take it in turns to recite the lesson, until each one had been called upon. The teacher would listen to each student's recitation, and they were expected to study and memorize the assignments. At the end of the lesson, a written test or oral examination would be conducted. While modern teaching uses progressive educational practices wherein the focus is more on the individual student's needs rather than assuming all students are at the same level of understanding. The modern way of teaching is more activity-based, using questioning, explaining, demonstration, and collaboration techniques. Next is the difference in classroom setting. A traditional classroom is where a teacher moderates and regulates the flow of information and knowledge. Here, students' main resource is their instructor, who only teaches them face-to-face. While in a modern classroom, students are actively involved in constructing content and new ideas. They use active learning approaches, such as project-based learning and design-based learning, where students are engaged in real, relevant, and purposeful activities. Next is the difference in teaching tools or resources. Traditional resources include any textbooks and workbooks used in the classroom. In modern teaching, traditional textbooks are increasingly outdated, because education is no longer limited to text and pictures. Books still have a role to play, but the best contemporary textbooks often link to web-based sites that include assessments, animations, additional materials, videos, and other materials. And finally, the difference in assessment tools. The most widely used traditional assessment tools are multiple choice tests, true-false tests, short answers, and essays. True-false tests. True-false items require students to make a decision and find out which of two potential responses is true. Since they are easy to score, it is easy to administer true-false tests. While modern classroom assessment offers an applied, student-centered guide to the major research-based approaches to assessment in today's modern classroom. Now, I will give specific example between the difference between traditional and modern way of teaching. Example: the teaching grammar in English or Filipino subject. First, we need to construct an objective. Example: in traditional way. Identify the verb in the sentence. Identify the affix and the root word use in the sentence. Now we construct learning objective in this way. Perform a jingle on how to mitigate water pollution highlighting the action words used. Now let us see the difference. In traditional way, linguistic approach was used. Students will have mastery in the use and structure of words. Usually this is an individual task. While, in modern way, communicative and collaborative approach was used. Students can already identify action words and can use it in writing a jingle. The writing and communication skills of the students will be developed. This kind of task needs students' collaboration since it's a group task. In traditional way, students are inactive and learning is more on cognitive. While, in modern way, there is an interaction between students and learning is in cognitive and psychomotor domain. If you observe, the mitigation of water pollution is included in the objective. Take note that nowadays, the context of teaching grammar now is integrated to other fields like social sciences and science and technology. In performing the task, students are allowed to use the internet on finding solutions and mitigating water pollution. In this event, students analyze the information they will get from the internet and they start to think critically. That's all for this video. Soon I will upload a video regarding the construction of learning objectives. Once again, this is Dason Carlos Lara. Thank you for watching.